Okay, so on today's episode, I'm rocking out my new Aviator Nation jogger suit. I just finished lower body today, thought I would get myself back done up in a cute little outfit that I just got with my personal stylist, and I thought I would talk to you about the difference between strength training and working out. Or I should say, training and working out. What's the difference? You exercise or do you train? Which one is you? And which one's moving the needle towards what you actually want? So that's what's going on today's episode. Okay, moms, do you strength train or do you exercise? I get asked all the time, like, why do you choose strength training? So the reason why I choose strength training is for a long time, I did a bunch of different exercises. I did your HIIT workouts. I did the workout videos on YouTube, on Instagram. I did all the cardio in the world you could think of. I did Orangetheory. I did a bunch of random stuff. I exercised, and I always thought that more was better. And so the more workouts I could get in, the higher I could see my heart rate up, the more calories I burned. That would warrant the response that I was looking for, which at the beginning, I was exercising to change my body composition. I did not like what I saw in the mirror, and I thought if I just really went full throttle on the exercise train, I would see that athletic, fit, toned version of myself that I was wanting. Well, first I realized a lot of that comes through nutrition, which is why I coach nutrition for a living. Number two, I realized that all the exercising I was doing, now yes, it was great for an endorphin rush, for a dopamine hit, for seeing, seeing myself more active, less sedentary, but it wasn't actually moving the needle in terms of getting stronger to put on more muscle. So I was fit, but I didn't look fit. And that was kind of frustrating. So why do I strength train? For myself, it connects really closely to something that I used to love. So when I started exercising, it was more as a chore to chase away pain of me not liking the way I looked. But I started to think about, well, when I grew up, why did I love playing sports? I was a soccer player year-round from the time I was 8 till I was 18. I'm like, why didn't it didn't take me stress to go and do that? I loved showing up at practice. I loved going full throttle on game day. And I was like, these exercises I am doing, I'm not practicing anything. Doing 100 burpees means nothing except, I can do 100 burpees. It's not actually gonna build my shoulders and my butt and my quads and see back definition like I wanted. I'm doing all this different jumping up and down and pulsing a bicep 100 times with a light weight. I'm like, where is this taking me? It didn't make sense. So I thought to myself, why did soccer make so much sense to me? Why was I never tired of practicing? And then it clicked. I'm like, because I had a skill set that I was constantly refining, and I could see myself get stronger in it. I could see myself get more fluid with it. I could see it all come together on game day. So that's why I love strength training. I treat it as a practice. Rather than just working out and exercise, most women will start to see really amazing results when they let go of the more is better notion and they start dialing in on what really matters. And that's moving better, that's getting stronger, and that's looking at how am I performing in these movements. And so sometimes we're gonna train for longevity, performance, aesthetics, but you have to train to do and get better in any of those. So strength training allows us to do that, where we can actually physically and visibly see ourselves get stronger. So every single time you step into a session with strength training, let's take a squat pattern, for example. You know, if you're squatting at the beginning holding 30 pounds, and by week 4 of your program that you're training on, you're gonna try to go as heavy as you can to see how much strength you have built, because the stronger you become, the more your muscles have to adapt and build in order to move that heavier weight. So maybe by week 4, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm doing 50 pounds. Now it makes sense. Now all of this exercising I'm doing, it's attached to something. It's attached to that game day of getting stronger and seeing the results that I want. So then not only will you get an endorphin rush and a dopamine hit because you're gonna see yourself get crazy strong and it's super empowering and confident, but you actually see yourself get better at a skill set too, rather than just seeing how many burpees you can do. So that's why I love strength training for myself. I love it for my female clients. I love it for my moms, because you gotta think too, postpartum, your body is different. It cannot do all the things that it did pre-babies. It's just not as resilient. And so strength training allows you to figure out your asymmetries, where your weaknesses are. It can hone in on that. You can get stronger and you can get the results that you want. And let's be real, moms, we don't have all of the time and energy that we used to have, and so we got to train smarter. So why not do something that actually moves the needle instead of spending hours and hours at the gym just questioning, like, I do all these things, why don't I look fit? Strength training, treat it as a practice, go all in on game day to see how strong that you got, see the results of muscle definition and strength go along with it. So would love to know, share in the comments, like, what do you do? Do you exercise or do you train? Are you wondering like, I feel pretty fit, but I don't look fit, what's going on? Share below. And be sure to tag a friend if you think this will help them out. All right, so I hope that brought some clarity. I hope now you can kind of think about what is your ultimate goal with your workouts and what you have been doing that maybe is getting you the result, or what you have not been doing that is not getting you the result. And if you're into this whole strength training thing and you want more information, like, drop a comment below. We actually have a free strength training guide that shows you how to progressively overload and how to train week to week. I'm happy to send that over to you. And also, if you're doing it from home, it's our strength training guide at home. All right, that's all I got for today's episode. I will chat with you soon.